Installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, you won't want to miss this exclusive offer. Deal ends June 13th.
See Club for details.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. In your face. In your face. He's back. He's back, been on the road. Good to be back in Lincoln. Lincoln, it looks gorgeous. You're gorgeous today, Lincoln. Gorgeous. Weather's fantastic. I left a thunderstorm to get here. Got in late last night, but I'm glad to be back. The Starter Heyman text line is 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing? Hit me with a WhatsApp on the text line, and you can be a part of the show. I'm sure you will have questions and comments with our special guest today. So get your texting fingers ready. Lots to talk about along the way. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961, and Amazon Prime if you're fancy. If you have not downloaded the Ticket app, please do so. Good for you. We can go where you go, and it's worth having. So to do that, you're not supposed to have favorite athletes and favorite people when it comes to what you do professionally, but they're just different folks who are good for the environment, good for the culture, good for the program, good for the sport, good for us all. She is the reigning, defending Professional Women's Tour Rookie of the Year. She is two-time national champion. She did the dang thing in 2 different locations. That's when you know, not only can I help the Huskers get a chip, but I can go where I go and win a chip too. And then I'm going to go pro and make everybody proud. Let's welcome Crystal Elliott to One-on-One. Ma'am, welcome back to Lincoln.
Hey, I think I already did something wrong.
Oh, geez, you plugged it in. You can plug it. Actually, just grab the headset next to it. There you go. There you go.
Pulling the wire.
Well, that's
like,
just,
what is happening?
That is okay. That is exactly what. But they can still hear you. Get close to the microphone so they can hear you.
Hey, guys.
There we go, man. It's good stuff along the way. First of all, welcome back. Let the folks know why you're in town.
So the Professional Women's Bowling Tour is hosting the Women's U.S. Open at Sun Valley Lanes and Games this week.
Now, is there a way for fans to enjoy this? Can they go? Is there a ticket price? Is it free? What's the deal?
So you can go to Sun Valley Lanes and Games. Personally, I don't know if they are charging for admission.
Okay.
However, I mean, you're getting to see some of the world's best women's bowlers. Like you have Malaysia and Singapore, and then obviously the women from the States. But it's one of those things that, like, this is an opportunity that you don't get in your everyday life. So you might as well take advantage while we're here.
the best in the world. And by the way, there's a bunch of Huskers.
Yeah,
there's
there
a
is.
bunch of. So who all's repping the Scarlet and Cream? Who's going to participate in this event?
So you have your active assistant coach, Julia Bond.
Mhm.
You have a previous U.S. Open champion, multi tour titleist, Liz Colkin. You have Jasmine Mason. I believe they were all actually on this the same team. And then you have Jillian Martin. You have Kayla Verstrady. You have me. Oh gosh, there's a
Huskers
ton.
everywhere.
Yeah, I know I'm missing a few people, but I believe there's at least 12 or more of us competing in this event, that are already in the main field. So
Listen, but because I asked that question for a reason. That to say that Nebraska bowling and collegiate bowling, twofold, have both built this thing into this incredible vehicle now.
absolutely.
And that in the best in the world, that if you had an invitational for the best women's bowlers in the world, that Nebraska Huskers have to be a part of the conversation.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty spectacular. So
we forgot Shannon Pluhowski. How can I forget Shannon?
well,
She's
I was
my
going to bring
coach,
that up because I knew I know that she would actually come back and go, hey,
she'd be like, Crystal, what the heck?
what is going on with this? Like, what why are you mad? But through all of that, right? That your journey through this thing to get to today and all the stuff that you go through. And people think that collegiate athletes, student athletes have it easy. It's take.
I wish.
But you are the living, walking, talking statement that you have to go through stuff to grow and to be your best. And sometimes you don't even know what changes need to be made. You just know that in the space that I'm in, something needs to happen. So let's go through. When did you, first of all, let's tell people where's home and what's family. So
I live in Palm Bay, Florida right now. So far East Coast, same county as Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
Also where NASA shoots off the rockets. I'm probably an hour and a half from
Cape Canaveral.
Yep. Yeah. I'm probably an hour and a half from Orlando in itself. It probably takes me an hour 45 to get to Disney World. So I'm deep in Florida.
You're a Disney kid, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'm a Disney kid by heart.
How many pairs of Mickey Mouse ears?
So actually, that's actually so funny that you say that. So I grew up with Disney, and then as I got older and into college and I'd come home and visit, I actually got Universal passes because I was like, that Disney stuff is so lame. And then after being away for 5 years, I was like, I love Disney. And so now my biggest, I have this thing where I get a pair of ears from another country. So my favorite pair of ears I have right now are the Pixar ball, and they're from Tokyo Disney. And then I have so when the Olympics were in Shanghai, they had Team USA ears. So I have those from Shanghai. I have my Tokyo Disney, and then I have one from the States that I just got during Christmas because I was like, oh my gosh, I love these. I can't help but not get them. And so now I think my goal is just to get a pair of ears from every park around the world. And then obviously on my bucket list is to go and see every Disney park around the world.
How many parks do you think you've been to?
I've only been to Disney World.
Only Disney World.
Yeah. But I mean, I had the opportunity to go to Tokyo Disney, but just with some family stuff, I was like, no, it's more important that I go home and then I can go and visit Tokyo Disney with my family. And so bucket list item is to check off every single Disney park. And now that they're announcing that they're probably going to be opening a Disney park in Dubai, that one is going to be cool.
And they will probably have a tournament immediately.
Oh, I know. I'm going. I don't care what tournament it is. I'm bowling.
You're all over but you're worldwide now. You're Crystal worldwide now. This is I'm
Pitbull.
Right? To see the full Crystal tour, right? That no matter where you are, and if you don't follow Crystal on social media, you need to, because one, it's great exposure to the sport, great exposure to the world. You're all over the country, all over the world, and it's pretty cool. And it's also cool. You take a little bit of Lincoln, Nebraska with you.
Yeah.
Let's ask why, when you knew that bowling was the thing and that Nebraska bowling needed to be a part of what you were doing.
So it was one of those things that I went into college not knowing like really what to expect. I mean, you're just going in and you're like, okay, college bowling, everyone talks so highly about it. But as an 18-year-old, you're just like, what? 17, 18? Like, you're like, what is happening? Like, essentially, you are in your mind making this life-changing decision. And you're like, oh my gosh, like this could be the end all be all. But when I joined the team, my mindset was I want to win a national championship. And I like the team was like the best in the country, in my opinion. Now, I obviously looked at them and then McKendree, where Brian and Shannon O'Keefe were. And I was like, these are the top 2 teams in the country. So I wanted to be part of that journey and to make my name a part of history, whether it was the school's history or just NCAA bowling in general. And it was so funny because my first year on the team in Nebraska, I was like, there's no way, like, how winning a national championship is so hard, no matter what sport you're in. And then we go and win the first year I was on the team. And that was also the year that I got player of the year, MVP at the national championship. And it was just an incredible year in itself. And that was the year that we had the snowstorm here in Lincoln.
Yes.
And it was so bad. And we got stuck in our dorm rooms, or like some of the girls in their apartment, like they couldn't get out and we still had to go to practice. And I laugh about it because I'm like, that was the moment we won the national championship, because if it was any other program in the country where you're stuck in your apartment, you're stuck in your dorm room, you can't go anywhere, like you're not having practice. And we like made an effort. And now, mind you, I think about it and I'm like, wow, we were all like, are you serious right now? Like we have practice. Like it is like -20 out and I can't even, like, this is the most snow Lincoln has gotten. And Florida girl here, snow is like not a thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that we're actually going through this right now.
Were you prepared for the weather
No,
when coming from
no,
Florida?
absolutely not. And no, and I tell everyone, I'm like, I can't live in the snow anymore. But I mean, eventually, like I got used to it. But my worst experience with it, so it was during COVID, but I had one 8 a.m. class, and I think it was like -10 out or something. So like I'm heading to class. It's like 7:45 in the morning, and I had my beanie on. Well, I had just taken a shower, and I didn't think about the wet hair rule because in Florida, I could just wet my hair and walk outside and nothing's going to happen. Well, I have like a little curly Q on the side of my head, and I went to go put it behind my ear and it froze off and snapped. And I was like, I'm done. Texted my teacher and I was like, I have COVID. I did not have COVID. But she was like, oh no. And then I couldn't go to practice for like the next 2 days because then they were like, well, you said you had COVID. And I was like, wow, I just really made that hard on myself.
Like, I think, like to me, fans like to talk about recruiting in a very, very between the lines sort of very simple sort of way, but not recognizing that different pockets of the country don't know Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lincoln is a very special place. I mean, the state slogan is what is it?
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everyone. And that is a true statement. Now, I mean, I fell in love with the Lincoln area, and it was just one of those things that like I have so many memories, and like coming back, I was like, I remember. And then I would be like, wow, I had a great time here in college. And it like there's a place in my heart for Lincoln for sure.
It's interesting. We're talking to Crystal Elliott. She's here with Pro Women's Bowling Tour. They have an event this weekend. But the former Husker, former Jack State, All-American, national champion, all those things. I'm still forgiving you. It's like you laughed and then you won.
I will say it was definitely like I got a mix of emotions of like messages after I won at Jack State because people were like, well, like we'd love to see you win, but we hate to see that it wasn't with Nebraska. And I was like, like also at the end of the day, like I think of myself like business marketing, like I market myself. I tried to help myself as much as I could because I knew where my dreams were. And like I had said to you, like I wanted to learn from one of the best in the world, Shannon O'Keefe, and like her winning mindset, because you don't find that mindset everywhere. And so the opportunity came about, and I was like, I can't pass up this opportunity again because Brian and Shannon recruited me, and I had told them no. And so then I finally was able to work with them. And I mean, I truthfully owe them a lot just because of one season with them. I learned so much, and I will be forever grateful for them.
Let's go back though and tell me why. I love asking student athletes this question because it opens a door to the soul. But why did you originally choose Nebraska? Why Nebraska?
Because they win. Like, they have a winning legacy. Wichita State at the time wasn't an NCAA program, but at the time, like, Wichita and Nebraska were the powerhouses of the country, and everyone knows their legacy, no matter what. Like, I mean, Coach Straub, he had built this legacy here at Nebraska for years to come, and the legacy still lives today. And it's incredible because when you go into like the union, you see all of these national championships that are on the wall, and you're like, holy cow, like the people that were on the team before like paved the way for people like me and these girls that are coming in now. And so that's the incredible part, because I was one of those people that I was like, I want to pave the way for the future. And it's so funny because a lot of the girls that are on the team now are some that I like hosted when I was a student here. And I'm like, I love that you are enjoying your experience here, because that's what matters. Like, winning is not everything. It seems like everything because I really want to win, but
Well, I think a part of the champion core.
Yeah.
A part of your the championship core, and not many people compete on a level that you've been on, and at a level that you're at. Right. You were a national talent before you got to Nebraska. Like, that's why Nebraska, right? I mean, like, if you go to juniors and in that space, they identify you as a talent. You've worn national colors on, okay, any idea how many times you've represented the USA as far as bowling is concerned?
So I've represented them in a tournament called the Tournament of Americas. And just recently I represented them in PabCon and Champions of Champions. So I believe it's like 3 or 4 times, because I went to TOAs twice. So yeah, 4 times I've represented the United States.
Is there an Olympic space for this?
I mean, I hope so. I will say that like the Champions of Champions and there's a few other tournaments that we go and bowl. Those would be the closest to an Olympic like experience that we can get, just because we are not in the actual Olympics. I wish we were, but bowling is just one of those sports that there's so many outliers that could affect one's experience that it makes it a little bit hard, because in the Olympics, like, the ultimate goal is to make it as fair as you possibly can for every single person that is competing, and to make sure that not one person has an advantage over another person. And unfortunately, in the game of bowling, with the oil and the lanes and just even the temperature outside, like, it all plays a factor. And like, unfortunately, we can't just go to a thermostat and like turn down the temperature if we need to.
Well, I mean, I think that's the big part of collegiate bowling, especially here in Nebraska, where it has explained a lot, giving the young ladies exposure and them having shows to be able to talk about, like, to the average bowler, folks who go in bowling leagues around the area, they have some understanding. But you're talking about now that it's almost like driving a rocket ship. The technology is crazy.
Yeah.
Like getting your fit proper, no two bowlers can use a ball with the same metrics. It doesn't work.
You have two-handers. You have like, now I would say two-handers are now becoming more of a play in women's bowling. You didn't see it as much before. Like, you see it all the time on the men's tour.
Yeah.
And like, they're all powerhouses. Like, it's insane, like, how much power that they can just create just by the way that they position their body completely different, hold the ball. Like, it's absolutely incredible.
How would you define your game? Like, are you finesse? Are you power? A combination? Are you touch?
I would say I'm power. Like, most people would say, like, And I just had this conversation with the ball reps last week. They're like, you cannot play the lanes like a girl. You have to play the lanes like a guy. And so it's
Explain that.
so it most girls don't really get around the ball as much. So like their ball doesn't spin as fast as like mine does. And so realistically, like their adjustments are going to be different from what mine would be. And so that means I'm going to use different balls, I'm going to use different ball speeds, and I probably am going to make a ball change a little bit quicker than they may.
How many active, when you go into, let's say you have a match, your first match, how many balls do you take and set up? Like what's in play?
I try to always keep 12 in the building just in case.
12 in the building. And then.
Yeah. However, the US Open is that tournament that you are only allowed 10 until. So like,
only 10.
Yeah, only 10.
Bach, how many would you carry into the room, Bach?
That's just a lot to carry. 12 bowling balls. That's heavy.
And then the weight matters, right? The core matters. It all changes. So let's go through. The folks can say, okay, you walk into a bowling alley. Most folks have some idea about what size ball they want to play with.
Right.
The ball that you're going to throw most, your first ball, what weight do you prefer? 50. See?
But it's also weird because when you get a ball fitted for you, this is like the pro shop side of me coming out. But when you get a ball fitted for you, I tell people it's probably about a pound or two lighter when you actually get it fitted compared to like if I picked up a 15-pound house ball, I'd be like, oh my goodness, I could never. And so I'd want to go for like those 12-pound balls. But realistically, if like you went into a pro shop and you got your own bowling ball, I mean, I would say like go up maybe a pound or two that you normally, like if you use 12, maybe use 13.
Because the core is different. It's balanced different.
Right.
Right. And you're, as you said, you're a high revolution bowler. So what kind of core is better? Solid core, a thicker, more
it just
centralized
depends what
core?
you're bowling on.
Right.
So it depends on the mills that are out on the lane, how long the oil pattern is. And also you have to think about the characteristics of the house in general. So a lot of bowling centers right in front of the front desk is going to hook a little bit more than some parts of the other house because that's where most of your open play is. If you look at when you go into a bowling center, they're not going to put an open play person all the way at the end. They're probably going to put a more experienced bowler closer towards the end.
Television cameras, more of the crowd, right? You don't want them inconvenienced. You don't want the national champion inconvenienced.
Right.
So
a lot of times that they actually close the center down. So like this week, like the center, so Sun Valley lanes will be closed and only open to the people that are in the field.
So we had a question from the text that says, I have a bowling question for those. Is palming the ball allowed or is the thumb mandatory as a professional?
So if you look at the men's tour, there are people that like do not use their thumb. And
that is just bananas to me.
I know. You could go on YouTube and just look up the reels that the PBA tour has posted.
Yeah.
And you'll see a combination of two-handers and one-handers. But ultimately, like I tell people, it's not how you get to the foul line. It's just how you throw the ball. So, I mean, if these people feel more comfortable, and when you're a two-hander, you're only putting two fingers in. However, I have seen people that have the two-handed style, and then they put their thumb in as well. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but if it works for you, it works.
What's the last finger on the ball for you? Because I've heard different bowlers talk about, you know what? Some people where the thumb is really the driver, right? It's their balance. But power bowlers tend to go, okay, I know what speed and velocity I want to leave. I wanted to leave my hand with, but what's most important for you when you let it go?
It depends. I mean, I have different finger positions, but my thumb is always the first to come out. Since I do use my thumb.
Okay.
But my middle finger is normally the last to like leave the ball. I mean, it's a little bit longer than my ring finger. But,
well, genetically, look, usage matters.
Right.
Usage matters for several reasons. To go through and understand it. It's always funny to me that bowlers, the reaction to it's the same as pitchers. Pitchers know last touch whether this, you know what, that's a good one. And your best reactions are when you think you just let go of the perfect ball and those pens just stand there and laugh at you and go, nope.
Well, I actually just did that at the first stop. I left a 5, 7, 10, so I left the center pin and then the 2 on the end.
Yeah.
And normally that doesn't happen, especially with like a power player like me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great shot, actually. And I was like, you know what? At least it should have just 7, 10, not 5, 7, 10. But the pin also moved back, so it was in the same like line as the
really tough to
7
push.
and the 10. And so like I only made one of them, but I was like, oh my goodness, like seriously. And I mean, I posted on social media because it's one of those things that like I laugh about it. Like bowling to me, like in the moment, it is so serious and like it's life or death. But right after, it's like I have to at least laugh about it. And so like I always like that's one thing that I try to do with like my followers is I always like have them laugh with me because I'm like, these things happen all the time. And if we can't laugh at ourselves, like we're not enjoying our life and our life enough to even just be like, you know what, like let's just have a good time.
But I've heard you say next ball, like next ball. It doesn't matter. Like I don't have time.
Memory of a goldfish. It's so funny. And I love this part about me, and I think it's one of my favorite things that I do when I bowl. But my ball reps come up to me and they're like, "What did you leave?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And they're like, "Well, that doesn't help." And I'm like, "You didn't see it?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "I think I left a 10 pin." And so like it's things like that I'm like, well, maybe I need to pay a little bit more attention because sometimes I'm like, this is what I left. This is how I left it. And I don't know how I left it. And then there's times I'm like, I have no idea.
But before we go to break, do you go back and watch your matches?
No.
That part. Like,
no.
I don't know any professional athlete who just refuses to watch what they just did. Like, because it's the analytics of it. Most people have now. They have the analytical breakdown, swing breakdown, release, follow through, velocity, spin rate, all those things. And no, I mean, there are times that maybe I'm like, oh, I need to see this. Like if I win a title, or I should say when I win my first title, go ahead.
Like that's probably one of those things that I'll watch it just because it's like, oh my gosh, like that was my first time like doing this, like a memory that I want to cherish. But I mean, ultimately, like I know what I was doing in the moment. I don't really need to replay it in my head.
Well, your muscle memory's astounding, and that's part of how you're able to be a pro. But it's all of that. We'll talk about your best shots. We'll talk about your the favorite lanes to play on. Some folks for folks to pay attention to this weekend as well. Crystal Elliott is in town for the professional women's bowling tour. And when we come back, I want to get into giving some insight for transfers, transfer portal, NIL, and what it can do for the young ladies in the bowling program, the best ways to help, and the things that people maybe misunderstand about it. There's a lot in play. We'll have that discussion when we come back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln, Cordell & Cordell, 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68508.
Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. Capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at CoppleCars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Spring sports are here, and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit LES.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, so funny. So funny. I don't know. The thing, I have transitioned to being the old guy in the room all the time now, which hurts my soul. It hurts my soul, but I have much respect for it. But I have to bring Bach in here because, okay, so Crystal, show Bach your ear. Show him.
Well,
show
both
him.
of them are just
yes,
one.
Yes, Bach.
All right.
Bach.
So I have this side.
Uh-huh.
And then this ear is not fully decorated. I'm missing a few earrings in it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But,
Yeah,
you know, okay.
That's the response I was looking
Okay.
for. Thank you, Jake
Well,
Bach.
you want to know something?
Yeah.
I got half these piercings while I lived here.
But I'm just trying
Like
to
right
understand.
down the road, like right over there.
Right, like I'm trying to figure. But athletes, piercings and tattoos, it's a whole thing. And I'm old school. Like I really say I'm old school. But then the young ones come in and she's like, no.
Yeah.
Bach, how
tattoos.
many ear piercings do you have, Bach?
I think I got one in my life when I was too drunk to. My friends did it for me. I'm kind of scared to get anything pierced, I think.
I remember, like, we're playing pro softball, and the team, we said, if we win the state title, everybody's going to get their ear pierced.
Let's go.
And I thought, Bach, there's no chance we're going to win this because we had never won the state title before. We had never won it. We weren't the favorite. Like, we would have to come from the bottom of the bracket to do it. And sure enough, we won it. And everybody the next day, everybody got in a chair. And as the coach, I'm the last one in. As you notice, I have no ear piercings because everybody else went. And I got in the chair and I was like, nope.
That's because you were the last one to go.
Right?
Like I tell people, I'm like, if you're like nervous for a piercing, you were the first one to go in that chair.
Oh, no. So how many ear piercings? What are we talking about?
Oh gosh. Well, 2 of them I did on my own actually when I was in high school because I was like,
Mom.
Well, it's funny because I saw now obviously the Parent Trap right. With Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I need to do this. Well, I had already had like the 4 on my lobes, and I was like, I'm going to do something different. So I took the apple, I took the ice, I took the flame, the needle, and went whoop in my ear, and I did it twice. And those are 2 of my favorite piercings.
Crystal. You're a professional now. You're the new face of professional bowling. Rookie of the year. Like
you wouldn't assume that I have tattoos.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Bowling. Okay. So are you a fan of bowling movies? Like, is that a part of your, like, do you watch Kingpin? Do you watch The Big Lebowski? Are those?
I mean, I have watched them. They're not my favorite movies.
What are your favorite movies?
Oh my gosh. 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger.
Yep.
God.
That's
I love him.
Well, it's the dance scene.
Yeah.
In the football stadium where he has the band play for him.
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
it's you're on the road now though. That's the thing. So how do you occupy time? How much time do you spend in the lanes and then working out and then just being Crystal?
So when tour was not happening, I was in the gym about 4 days a week.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, I can't get to the gym as much just because, like, with roommates, like, I try to be there for my roommates and I try to, like, watch their squad, watch their stuff just in case because they do the same for me.
Right.
So I don't get to the gym as much as I would like to when I'm out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But when I stay in a bowling center, I normally do it for my squad or if my roommates are on a different squad, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spend my life in a bowling center when bowling is my job. Like this is what I do for a living, and I mean, I love bowling, but at some point like I had to figure out how to separate myself emotionally from bowling and just what I do.
Well, that's the conversation we had at the old station.
Yep.
Right? Literally just saying, Crystal, this, first of all,
Yeah.
that you're wired differently. And so you have to act differently and you have to be authentically you.
Yes.
Right? That you can't come in as a freshman and help win a national title and,
Right.
and then think, hey, that's easy for everybody. No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. The pressure that goes with it, being in a program that matters. But through that, you find out who you are and who you aren't. As we say, you know who you are till you find out who you're not.
Right.
And a big part of that here is when you think about a national championship and as a Husker, there are two things that I have to ask about. First, that it seems that Nebraska, the workouts and the nutrition are at a higher level here than in other programs. Is that true?
Yes.
Right? That
Yeah. So for example, my senior year, I was here. I worked out every single day except Sundays. If Sundays were like my day off, and then I can caught up on schoolwork if I needed to.
Mhm.
But we had team workout, and then I would literally stay for like another 2 hours and work out for 2 hours. Like I was in the best shape of my life. And then I would go and work with my dietitians, and I would just talk to them about like eating habits and stuff. So I learned a lot about like just the foods we eat. And it's not necessarily about like how much you're eating, because sometimes there's things that you eat that like just keep eating it. Like it's not really going to do too much to you, but you can't sit there and eat a brownie every single day, but
doggone it.
I know, but I would love to do that. I'm someone that I do not say no to a cookie. So
I mean, I think through it that when you watch Nebraska versus other programs, you see there is a power difference.
yes.
There's an endurance difference.
Yep.
And that people are still trying to figure out what the prototype is for a high level women's college bowler.
We used to go run the stadium. Now, Memorial Stadium is massive. Probably one of the best stadiums in the country, especially even for Big Ten.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of other Big Ten schools are expanding their stadiums now. And so we have also expanded our stadium, potentially even expanding it more to fit more fans. But we used to go run the stadium. And then after volleyball games would happen, or before volleyball games would happen, we'd be running the bob. And so we are like, it was just constant, like pushing to like make our endurance like the best that it physically can be, because you're standing from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Like there's no sitting. And if you do get to sit, you're like, oh, thank goodness. Even if it's for a minute, like you take full advantage of it. But now, like, I don't sit when I bowl now. Now, like college bowling has ingrained in me, like stand, stand, stand.
But isn't that, I mean, that wear and tear over the course? I mean,
Yes. Like I have talked to my physical trainer. He's like, you should take a seat. And I'm like, I can't. Like I physically, if I sit down when I'm bowling, like it makes me nervous, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to get up fast enough to like throw my shot. Like it really, like I like sit there and then I'm like, oh gosh, like I get antsy, and I don't know why, but I mean, 5 years of standing from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for literally the entire year. I'm like, my goodness.
what's the biggest misconception about women bowlers on the college level?
That we're not athletes. There was a comment that was made when we won the national championship in 2021, and they had brought us to the baseball field to show everyone, because we had won in Kansas City. So we were taking the bus back to campus, and they were like, we're going to go to the baseball game and announce you guys as national champions. Well, the Nebraska page made the post, and someone goes, what did they win? A national pie eating contest. And so like it's things like that like, because we're not volleyball, like we're not tall, we're not skinny, or I shouldn't say we're not skinny, but we don't have the same body structure as some of these other athletes. And it's one of those things that like it gets to you sometimes. And I mean, there's still girls out bowling on the professional world that they get some mean comments made to them. And I'm like, just because we don't have the same rituals as volleyball or softball or soccer or whatever else, like, does not mean that we are not athletes.
But also, I mean, we often talk on this station about the conversations that are had and the comments that are made and things that are said. And it's just like, wait a minute, just grow up.
Yeah.
Just grow up. Like if you feel the need to attack somebody who's out here accomplishing, first of all, you probably couldn't get into the school they got in academically. You certainly couldn't bowl at their level. You couldn't bowl at their level. They could take you down to the alley and beat the pants off you, you know,
Right.
and you know, that would be a thing. Do you get challenged much by fans who just say, you know, hey, I think I could
Sometimes.
take you?
I mean, yeah, but it's more of like sometimes like when I see people start to like, so like the kids back home that I work with or that I just bowl with, I love bowling with them because they keep me on the lanes and they keep me like noticing like what I need to focus on. And
Mhm.
like I learned their ball roll because 3 out of 5 of them are two-handers. So like I want to start going bowling like more like the men's stuff. And it's one of those things that like even though they're young, I can still learn their ball roll, especially for when like women start to come in that are two-handed style. But it's just one of those things that when I see them start to get a little bit like cocky and they're like, oh, well, you can't or whatever. Like one of my favorite times, and I still give him a hard time for this, but he was like, no one can beat me right now. And I hope he's watching this actually. But I was like, I'll bowl you. And he goes, okay. And what are you going to bowl? And I said, I will buy you lunch. And so like a lot of the times, like I'm like, I'll buy you tropical smoothie if you beat me. And so a few of them have beat me. And so like I paid up my tropical smoothie, but this kid was just talking and talking. I was like, let me bowl. And I shot 300 against him. And so to this day, he like anytime the guys like start like chirping and stuff, he walks over and he goes, I would not.
Bach, how many 300s have you bowled?
Not one.
There we go. Crystal, how many do you have?
I think I'm at 32 right now.
Okay, we're going to break. We're going to break. We're going to break. We're going to break. Crystal Elliott joins us on 101. We'll close it out. Hand it over to the Captain Show when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your number one dad may not need another tie or coffee mug, but he always needs a little more award-winning barbecue from Hog Wild. Give Dad a meal fit for the king of your castle this Father's Day with Hog Wild's hearty, family-pleasing menu. Our meaty ribs, tender beef brisket, pulled pork, and hot links pair perfectly with our home-style sides. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks. And grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey, it's Adam Carricker. Join me this Wednesday, June 11th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the Adam Carricker Show live at Suizo Construction to celebrate their ribbon cutting and open house and celebrating 40 years of excellence with a remodeled facility. That's Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Suizo Construction, 3700 South 6th Street.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment. Yeah. Getting humbled by a pro athlete. Crystal Elliott, thank you for joining us. It's just a reminder that us mere mortals. How many? 300 games?
32.
Yeah, just a number. Just a number.
I'm trying to save my 300 game this season to be on TV so I can get $10,000 incentive.
Oh, jeez, man, that is fantastic, right? That is just fantastic. BJ says, what up, DP? Final five for two. He goes, no order. He thinks Crystal, Jillian, Julia, Lindsay, and Deandra.
Yep.
An all Husker final.
Oh, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. That would be that alone just would be really, really cool.
I think it's spectacular. A couple of questions for you from the text line and from the comments. This is what's your favorite bowling ball?
Of all time, a DNA coil. I absolutely love that ball. That
Why?
ball it's just one of those balls that I don't know. I had an emotional connection to it.
Hey.
Balls that are actively in our line. I would either say a phase 2 or a summit ascent in the storm line.
How far off the path technology wise are things that you cannot use in live play, but that you like to just
I mean, they're not very far off, but
Okay.
it's just one of those things that when you find that ball that you absolutely love and
Yeah.
you're like, I know this is going to work no matter how I drill it or anything, this is the ball I can always go to. That would be the DNA coil for me.
and then you said you bring 12. You'll get on the Pro Tour, you get 10. But how many will you use in a match?
It depends. I've gone through 4 balls in one game before. And then there's times that I literally only use one ball the entire 6 games. And so it really just depends.
So if you start hot, you open with 3, you're not going to change.
Oh no, why would I? Now, I will say I am the person that the 300 is not deep enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, I could shoot 300 here. I'm going to be the person that I could ball change and be like, I'll see if this one actually looks better, honestly.
Are you superstitious?
I'm a lot better than I was. I'm a lot better.
That's yes.
Now, it's one of those things if I bowl well, and let's say I had Olive Garden, I'm eating Olive Garden every single day. I'm going to be ordering the same thing and I'm going to eat it in the same order. And then if the people that are eating with me, if they do not get the same thing, I'm like, no. You guys have to also get what you got last time.
Yep.
Because then you guys are messing with me.
Respect the streak.
Right. I'm like, I don't care if you didn't like it, but you got to eat it.
Respect the streak. I don't care if you got to eat the same amount. You got to eat the same amount. You didn't finish last time.
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot finish this time. Crystal, listen, let the folks know again about the event this week and how they can be a part of it.
So Sun Valley Lanes and Games is hosting the Women's U.S. Open this week here in Lincoln, Nebraska. If you are in Lincoln or in the surrounding areas, we would love for you to come out. I'm not sure about the price. However, this is an opportunity that you don't get in your everyday life. And so you might as well take advantage while you're here to see some of the best bowlers in the world.
And then let them know how to find you on social media.
It is literally my name, Crystal Elliott, Elliott with 2 L's and 2 T's _ you should be able to find me, and that, yeah.
2 L's, 2 T's.
2 L's, 2 T's.
There we
Chase
go.
Elliott, the NASCAR driver.
There we go. We'll get them in. Listen, it is always a joy, and it's open to everybody. And here's the thing. We can say it now. From forward on, even if you're at a tour, you can call into the show. You can Zoom in. Right? Because we need more Crystal.
But also make sure everyone goes to the mill.
There we go.
I just had my dream come true today.
There we go. Sports Radio in the mill. Crystal Elliott, thank you, Queen. We'll hand it over to the captain, Bach, and the black shirt. The Hall of Famer is here. So don't go anywhere. Ticket weekdays rolling through.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Hopefully you and I agree that you should do everything you can to save your marriage. Divorce is hard.